Netflix has released the trailer for the Dallas Cowboy documentary that drops August 19th called America's Team, the Gambler and His Cowboys. It's about Jerry Jones and the Cowboys' 4-year dynasty of 1992, 93, 94, and 95. I believe this documentary will be even bigger than the Last Dance documentary about Michael Jordan and the 98 Bulls. It did have the advantage of dropping, obviously, early in the pandemic, but I believe Jerry's doc, America's Team's doc, will be bigger. I covered that Last Dance team as a columnist for the Chicago Tribune, 1998. But I also wrote 3 books about that Cowboys dynasty. I'm in the trailer. I assume I'll play a fairly prominent role in the documentary. They did interview me for, I don't know, I think it was 6 straight hours one Saturday out here in LA. It started to feel like my books were serving almost as a roadmap for this documentary, but I could be wrong. I can't wait. Wouldn't it be something if this documentary and what I believe will be its nuclear reaction inspires the current Dallas Cowboys to break through against impossibly long odds and win their first Super Bowl in 30 years since 1995? Wouldn't that be something? I'm just throwing that out there now. Staying in the NFL, the other day, ESPN's Matt Miller posted his mock draft for next year, which obviously required him to pick the order of finish this coming season. He had Buffalo picking last in this mock and the Eagles second to last, so he's saying Bills over Eagles in next year's Super Bowl. But here was the double stunner. He has the Cleveland Browns finishing worst and picking first. And are you ready for this? Picking a quarterback first overall. Clemson's Cade Klubnik, first overall. That's in part because Matt Miller expects Arch Manning to return to Texas for a second year as starter, which would be the following year. So he's saying Arch will not be in next year's draft. Now, of course, you know, and I certainly know how much I believe in Shedeur Sanders, who I thought should have gone number 1 in this year's draft. And you know how much I believe the NFL tried to teach Shedeur and teach his father, Dion, a big, bad lesson by blackballing or whiteballing him as Shedeur fell all the way into the 5th round, where Cleveland finally took Shedeur 50 picks after the Browns had already taken Dylan Gabriel, who, of course, also plays quarterback. Not to mention the Browns already had Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett and, of course, Deshaun Watson in their quarterback room and on their roster. And now Matt Miller is saying the Browns will be the NFL's worst team and will still be looking for their franchise quarterback with the first overall pick next year. If Matt Miller is right, then I don't know. I'd have to assume Shedeur would have to beat out Dylan Gabriel to be Klubnik's backup as they go forward. Unless, of course, the Browns just say we've got to remove any young threat to Klubnik. And if they just kept Joe Flacco as mentor backup quarterback at age 41, I guess they could go that direction. The point is, this really shook me up to see a projection of the Browns taking their quarterback of the future next year when I thought Shedeur Sanders would be the Titans or the Giants or maybe the Saints quarterback of the future this year, right here, right now. Man, what a mountain Shedeur Sanders is now going to have to climb.